All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the Just Because podcast, where we talk about topics just because. I'm Merp. That's B. Cheeto couldn't be with us. But today we got Jonah Skaggs. Jonah, tell us a little bit about yourself. This is your second time on, but tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah.
Chiefs fan.
Yeah, big Chiefs fan. Don't really want to talk about it. Just isn't our year. Probably looking at the we're not looking at the playoff picture right
What's
now.
the record? What's the record right now?
500. It's not good.
5-5.
It's not good, but they got a lot of games left.
They got 7 games, and of course the next one is against the top team in the AFC, the Indianapolis
Colts.
So
Go Colts, baby. Indiana Jones.
But the Broncos they just lost against the Broncos. The Broncos are pretty good. What's their record? They're like 7-2.
9-2.
9-2, yeah.
Their defense is for real, but I still think Bo Nix is fraudulent. I don't think he's as good as people say.
Oh, Bo doesn't know?
Bo does not know.
Wow.
You don't know?
I'm calling you out, Bo. You don't know, bro.
Here, square the microphone up a little bit to you, so you can kind of talk right into this thing.
Is that better?
Yeah,
it
sounds
better.
good.
That's better. But yeah. Anyway, Jonah, great to have you on. We bring Jonah on because he's got a plethora of great knowledge, and he's got great takes, and the boy knows ball. So if you know ball, you get invited on the podcast. We don't have any scrubs on the podcast. So Jonah, we're happy to have you.
Appreciate it.
Like and subscribe to the Just Because podcast, and if you want, you can see here we've got this new tech. Here we got the microphone stands, and you can also see B-Mac's shirt and my shirt. We got a little bit of a merch drop going on, and you can see these here in front of us. We've got a merch store going on, so you can find the link down below if you're watching on Spotify and YouTube. But yeah, this is how we support ourselves in doing this. We don't do any monetary donations. We don't do anything like that. We don't do any sponsors, anything like that. So if you want to support us, this is the way to do it. So check out our store. Yeah, we've got comfort colors, quality stuff. We got Bella Canva. We got coffee mugs. We got beer mugs.
It's holiday season. Go get your loved one.
Yeah.
Just because merch.
Yeah. So, check that out. If you want to see a specific item, in the store, let us know. Leave a comment down below. But we appreciate any support that you can, that you'd like to give us. With that being said, we're going to hop right into it. B-Mac, tell us about your weekend, sir.
I was in a place called Athens, Georgia, down in the South.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Football, Texas versus Georgia, number 10 versus number 5. It was a great game until the fourth quarter when Georgia scored 21 and answered.
Yeah.
And then they onside kicked it. Yeah. So
That
first time being in like the South SEC territory. It's an interesting atmosphere. I mean, go Dogs all the way. Everything's branded Dogs. Literally every tent, every chair, every cup, every shirt is Georgia Bulldogs.
So you're a Texas fan.
I was wearing Texas gear down there. Didn't get heckled one time.
How did that go for you?
That's unbelievable. I did get one horns down, but it was from one of my family members that I was with, so that didn't count. That didn't count. Yeah, there's two right there.
That's
but
funny.
The hostile environment wasn't very hostile. It was that Southern hospitality.
Great. Love to hear that.
Yeah.
We're just going to talk shop a little bit about the weekend. Nebraska volleyball is going insane. I feel like it's not talked about enough. Their team is undefeated right now. Let's see. They just played UCLA the other night, and UCLA won one set.
Yeah,
and it seemed like UCLA had won the World Series.
Yeah, they acted like they won the Super Bowl.
So
it's because they've won
that was like 2 months in a row
sweeps.
that they haven't lost a set, Nebraska volleyball. So that was like winning the national championship, beating them one set.
Absolutely insane. UCLA did play very well. I watched the game. We've got ESPN back on YouTube TV, and you just have to think, what was ESPN doing? What is Disney doing? Because
losing money.
$4 million a day.
I just want to know: am I going to get my $20? That YouTube TV.
You gotta
sent that code.
You gotta dig.
Yeah, I'm gonna dig. I gotta dig through 5 codes just to get my $20.
You gotta do some digging. No, it sounds like Disney was losing $4 million a day, and for whatever reason, YouTube TV finally came to an agreement with Disney, and not only did they reach an agreement, but it was a better agreement for YouTube
Yeah.
TV. So Disney just got absolutely hammered.
Hey, it's okay with us.
They got more channels.
Yeah.
YouTube TV got more channels from Disney.
And they waited weeks, giving up millions of dollars each week,
It's
not
above
being
our
on
pay grade.
YouTube. Yeah.
It's above our pay grade.
Yeah.
We don't get it. We don't get this. Like I said, Georgia, Texas, amazing atmosphere, amazing game. I got to talk about this. Scott Kelly and the Jonas Brothers. Have you guys seen this?
Nope.
I don't know who
So
Kelly is.
Scott Kelly is this random guy. And so there's a meme going around that some guy is looking at resumes at a Jonas Brothers concert. So somebody's looking at a resume like this, and somebody behind them snaps a picture of the stage and gets posted, goes viral. And the person whose resume it is, his name is Scott Kelly. And so it's going mega viral because the Jonas Brothers commented on there and they started hyping up this Scott Kelly guy.
Is it a random guy?
It's a random guy. They have no idea who he is.
Army veteran. I just looked it
Yeah,
up right
he's-
now. It says
yeah.
Army veteran resume goes viral at Jonas Brothers concert.
It's the dumbest thing.
Veteran whose resume went viral shares story with Jimmy Fallon on the Jimmy Fallon show the next day.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So like the Jonas Brothers were commenting on it like, great guy, love Scott. And then everybody was like,
This whole
we got
time
to
they got no idea who he is.
Yes, they have no idea who he is, never met him, but they're just hyping him up so that he gets the job, which you gotta that's
I
a
respect that.
that's a legit move by the Jonas Brothers.
Should we ask if Scott wants to come on the pod?
Scott, if you're
Scott,
watching,
if you're watching,
we'd love to have you on.
we'd love to see your resume first of all and see how it is.
Yeah, actually submit your resume because
Yeah.
no scrubs.
Exactly.
You got to know ball in order to be on this podcast.
I don't know.
Hilarious weekend. Excited to be back on the pod. Topic number 1, we're gonna go straight into it. Barstool Golf. It's called the BG or something.
Yeah.
BIGI.
Whatever that is.
Barstool
Internet,
Invitational.
Invitation.
Golf.
Barstool Internet Golf Invitational.
There you go. Yep.
So we'll just go right into the promo video here I got.
Let's go! Come on!
Guys, we're playing for $1 million plus.
I mean, $1 million, this right here is what it all could come down to. This is insane.
So good.
We couldn't have scripted a better tournament from start to finish.
That's crazy to miss a 9:30 tee time.
I agree with that. He should be kicked out. He should.
Oh, we are here, baby. This is what you wanted.
This is high pressure. I love it.
Boom! I can't putt. God damn it.
This is getting tight fast.
Oh my God! Oh!
Technically, you're cheating with that.
I don't give a fuck.
That's why you tune into the Internet Invitational right there.
He cost them the entire
Are
tournament.
you kidding me? Come on now! Come on now! Go in that hole! Goosebumps. Damn.
So that's the Internet Invitational by Barstool and Bob Does Sports.
It's like Happy Gilmore.
Did you guys watch this thing? I mean, it kind of came out of nowhere. I'll be honest, I didn't watch it, but I've been watching it because it's on YouTube. It's just on YouTube. It's not like any of the big sports broadcast companies picked it up. It's like it's just on YouTube.
Hours ago.
What?
Just found out about it while I was researching. I had no idea it existed. Not much.
Dude,
of a
that's how I
golfer.
heard about it. People were like, dude, have you watched the Internet Golf Invitational? I'm like, I don't know what that is.
No.
But then I looked at there's clips. I think they're like 3 hours long on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I just see the clips.
The clips are hilarious.
Yeah, they're funny.
The clips are hilarious. So did you guys see the stats on this thing?
I saw that. I have some here. $1 million purse. According to reports, the series has racked over 16.5 million views across YouTube.
Yeah, it's insane. Like if you stack them up against the other tours, the other tournaments, the viewership is nuts.
Yeah, I mean, this is
in
what,
comparison, it's like the Masters and then this invitational, this golf invitational.
it's all their favorite golfers that they watch that are amateurs.
Yeah, just a bunch of. I mean, I was just doing some research for it, and it said Brad Dalkey. I don't know how you say his last name. He won the inaugural championship. He was a former standout amateur and led the Oklahoma Sooners to a championship in
Boomer
2017.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was just reading up on that, and he thinks that YouTube is the future of golf because of how much money there is in YouTube.
I think that's accurate.
From like the creator standpoint, or
Like amateur
just
space.
yeah, like
but
amateur.
even people like Bryson that are actual pros, they have that job,
DeChambeau.
and then they go, because they're famous, they do celebrity golf, and like they have their own show, and then
Yeah,
they
he
make a
probably-
bunch of money on
he
YouTube
probably
too.
makes more money from YouTube.
Like he'll
than
just
he does.
hit golf balls because he has a putting green in the back. He'll just try to snipe golf balls over the house in hole in one, like and make videos
it's,
about it.
It's fun to watch. Oh yeah, he did one inside of his
Yeah,
house.
or in his all glass house, he'll
Yeah.
just blast golf balls and see if he can snipe it on the green.
Get it
Yeah.
into this cup on the second floor. So going into 2026, you've got so many other different golf tournaments to watch. Everybody loves watching golf, right?
Yeah.
Are you watching this in 2026? Like, is there anything else than this? Like, why was this so much more fun to watch than any of the other tournaments? Why is the viewership showing to be so much better?
I think it's like Happy Gilmore too.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the Maxi Golf League is what they call it. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I mean, people it turns it into like a football game. Like people like action, people like raw emotion. They don't like the composure that Tiger Woods or
Yeah.
Arnold Palmer
Yeah.
has. They like seeing Happy Gilmore out there.
It's entertainment. Yeah.
It's entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not as good. Like these people watching, they're like, dude, this guy just shot a shot like I usually just shoot and blasted
They're
it into the
relatable.
water.
You got what's his name?
Ooh,
What's
Joey
his name?
Coldcuts
Joey
and Fat
Coldcuts.
Perez.
Who's my favorite guy?
Bob Does Sports.
Who's my favorite guy? Bob Does Sports is hilarious. Who's the guy with the do-rag?
Oh, I don't know.
Man, he's so funny. Duke. Have you seen Duke?
Mm-mm.
I have to pull up a video. He's so funny.
What is he on?
Duke?
Is he on his own channel?
No, he is now after
Okay.
this, but Bob Does Sports found him.
Okay, so he's like under their umbrella, kind of, or I like cold cuts, dude, because when he rages, that's what I like to see.
I got no idea who these people are.
Yeah, they're just that's another thing. Like people just have their own golf people. All the golf people that like to watch golf and play it, they have their own people that they watch. Like Grant Horvath, one of the better ones. There was also a guy, Merp, I don't know if you saw this, but he showed up late.
Oh yeah.
Quan, I think his last name's Quan.
Oh man, he was in the doghouse.
Dude, he was like the best
Bad.
player, and they drafted him first, I think.
Yeah.
And then he showed up late on the first day.
Not
Dude,
a great
everybody was
first impression.
ticked. Everybody was ticked. But apparently, like he travels internationally and stuff like that because the tournament started at 9. So that was why everybody was so mad at him because it started at 9 a.m.
Yeah, he's probably
It was
not
9
used to
a.m.
the time
tea
zone.
Yeah, and so he's like,
But I mean, come on.
allegedly.
Come on.
So this is Duke. This is Duke with Bob Does Sports. This is the OG. This is like the first video of Duke. It's
Oh my goodness.
Give it a ride, Duke.
Have you seen this?
No, but I watched the Internet Invitational and I saw that guy and I didn't know who it was.
Go ahead, Duke. Go ahead, Duke. Look at this guy, man.
Oh man.
Are those shorts or are those jorts or are those sweatpants?
Me and my brother, we actually talk about it all the time. We call those shants.
Shants.
Okay.
Are they short pants or long shorts?
That's a great look. Oh, he's two-stepping.
He's got his dart in his mouth. He's got his dart. That's so funny. No, the Duke is my favorite by far. He's just a dude. He holds the club wrong.
Like opposite hand?
No. So
Yeah, like reverse.
yeah. It's reverse, and he like holds it like you're giving a handshake. It's like
That's so weird.
Reverse psychology.
it's reverse grip.
Intimidation factor.
Okay, so question: who would you guys add to the tournament if you could? If you could pick anybody? I got mine.
I think are you talking about just any celebrity person?
Any celebrity, any comedian,
Oh, okay.
anybody that you think.
Because that was like invite only.
Who would you like to see invited?
Donald J. Trump.
I'd like to see Trump. Trump would be
Supposedly
hilarious.
Yeah, I
he's
would-
a good golfer. I mean, he golfs all the time. He owns Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, his daughter's pretty good too. I can't
I
remember
think
her
it's
name.
granddaughter.
But,
Yeah.
sorry, granddaughter.
Kai, I want to
Yeah.
say is her name.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, she's.
I think she does her like. I've like been just scrolling on YouTube and it's like trying to break, I don't know, 70. at
She does?
Mar-a-Lago.
She does? Oh, she does content like that?
Yeah, and she's like golfing with my grandpa, and it's Donald Trump in the on the seat next to her.
That's amazing. I bet she'll get invited. I bet she'll get invited in 2026.
I mean,
but I think she's in college. I think she might be going to college.
I think she is in college.
She's younger than me.
Yeah, but I think she might play for her college that she goes to. I don't know. We might fact check that, but who would you like? So who would you like to see? You say Trump. B. You got anybody in mind?
I don't have anybody, but I kind of liked when I watched like the football guys play a different athlete sport play, and they're kind of good.
Yeah.
Like Curry and even Tom Brady. They golf. They're rich. So they
Bro,
golf all the time.
have you seen LeBron try to swing?
Have you seen Barkley?
Oh, that's not good.
Supposedly he fixed it.
Yeah, I think
it
he got
looks
fixed.
A lot better now.
After years, it got fixed.
Surgery.
But
Dude had a hit.
It was bad.
He had a hitch in his gitch on the backswing. We'll throw it up.
It was probably the best golf swing I've ever
Put
seen.
the clip up right here. That's funny. No, I got mine. I'd love to see Shane Gillis. I love Shane Gillis.
Oh,
or
he's
like
so funny.
or like Theo Vaughn. That would be
my gosh.
hilarious. Especially if Theo Vaughn has never picked up a golf club in his life.
Oh my gosh.
I would watch that. I would watch every second of that.
He's so funny.
I would watch every second of Theo Vaughn swinging a golf club at the Internet Invitational.
The more and more I watch that dude, the more and more I think he's not making any sense half the time he talks.
Well, you think it's like the stories he tells. It's like there's no way that that's real.
Yeah.
And then he pulls up a video, and he's like, "Yeah, this actually happened." Have you seen the Cat Williams Nutcracker video?
That's a great video.
The Cat Williams Nutcracker,
That's good.
dude. That
Tis
makes
the season.
That's hilarious. He's like, I got a Cat Williams from the Marshalls, and it's a nutcracker. Oh man, that cracks me up. That cracks me up. Shane Gillis, Theo Vaughn, those are
chirpers. Because
Yeah.
Shane Gillis, they would just be chirping the whole
Oh,
time,
yeah.
and that's what makes it the best. That's what makes the content.
He's
the
so
best.
funny. He has his own show. Have you seen on Netflix Tires?
Yeah, I've heard about. I haven't watched it, but I heard
Shane
about it.
Gillis.
It's hilarious.
It's pretty gory, but it's funny.
Nah, it's real vulgar. I mean,
Vulgar,
they're
yeah.
They're mechanics, so I mean,
They're
you can
just-
imagine what goes on. And
Yeah,
They're just
mechanic shop,
chit-chatting.
but Yeah, it's hilarious.
So what? I guess. Did you guys see the Gruden speech?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, pull up the Gruden video. I just watched it today. But
Okay.
So this is a legendary football coach.
Yeah, so this is John Gruden, and he is giving a speech because he's the captain of Quan's team.
Yeah, and they're not doing good because
And-
Quan showed up late.
Yeah, they're like down 8 holes or whatever, and everybody's getting mad at Quan. Have you seen this video yet?
Nah, I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Do you know Gruden though?
Yeah. He was a coach for, I think, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yep, won a Super Bowl, and then the Vegas.
Didn't he create Tampa 2, essentially? Tampa 2 defense.
Yeah.
And then he was with the Raiders.
Yep.
And then they lost to Tom Brady in the Tuck Rule game. I believe.
Yes.
He's like a legendary quarterbacks
He
coach. Like he used to do the show where he'd have the quarterbacks on. And
Still does it.
Put him through the gauntlet. He still does it.
He just did Jackson Dart.
On YouTube, he'll like preview like big games of the week.
He's with Barstool now.
But he does the same show through Barstool now on YouTube.
Yeah. But
Makes
dude,
sense.
I watch his unboxings. Hilarious. That dude is hilarious.
Oh yeah.
So
I've seen
he
that.
gets all these teams. It doesn't even matter who it is. Pro teams, college teams, and they just send him these huge care package boxes. And it's just so funny because he can't open the box ever. That's like the running joke. But dude, the gear that this dude gets, insane.
Really?
Yes.
Just because?
Shoes, backpack, just because. That's a good question. Anything.
We should send him something.
We should send him. We might get on.
Might get on there. Get some exposure. Watch this. That's hilarious.
We need some love. We need to win. We're falling down pretty hard. This guy real quick. What do you think, Coach?
Where's our guy Quan at?
Hold on, get him out here. There he is. He's right there.
Quan, hey Quan, come on.
Everyone
up
be
here.
quiet.
Let's bring Quan up in the middle. Come on up here, Quan. Coach Gruden here. Come on. I think we got to get it out of our system here. We're all fucking pissed, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. But
Yes, Coach.
here's two things we can do. We can be pissed off, right? We can blame Quan. We can blame ourselves. We can do whatever we want. Or we can roll up our fucking fist and pound a rock. Are we clear on that?
Yeah.
We got the best player in the field right
Let's
here.
go.
All right?
Yeah.
Now you helped us dig this hole. You're going to dig us out of this hole. Go. Every guy here, though, quit bitching about our problems. Start rolling the rock. Put the ball in the hole. Are we clear on that? Let's control what we can control. Don't worry about the shit we can't control. Some of you guys, I came a long way to watch you guys play. And he slept in, and hell, you guys slept in also. Now pick up your fucking game. Let's go. Yes, right in here. Come on. We're gonna go. We're gonna go get their ass, and we're gonna do it behind Quan. Quan on 3. 1, 2, 3.
He looks pissed.
How do you just pull that out of your
Dude, that's in his DNA.
dude?
Okay, at first when I watched this
rolling
video,
the rock.
did he say that at first? The first thing I thought he said was, "Let's run the rock," because he's a football coach.
No, he started pounding the rock.
Is that what he said? That means run the football.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, because it's a diehard
Hold on,
football.
I gotta watch this again.
Dude, and then he said, "Roll the rock" after.
Yeah.
We need some love.
We're gonna pound a rock. I'm pretty sure what does he say? Pound a rock?
I think he said pound the rock.
I'm all for pounding the rock. Run game.
Let's go. Run the football.
Run the football. Show you're more physical.
Here's two things we can do. We can be pissed off, right? We can blame Quan. We can blame ourselves. We can do whatever we want. Or we can roll up our fist and pound a rock.
Pound a rock.
Pound a rock.
We can roll up our fist and pound a rock.
What did he say? You understand me? Or what did he say after
Am I
that?
clear on
Am I
that?
clear?
Are we clear?
That's classic coach.
Are we
talk
clear
right
on that?
there. Are we clear?
Crystal coach.
That's so funny. No, those legendary moments in there. Oh man, that makes me laugh so much. But I think it's just amazing how they were able to just make something out of nothing. Like it's the first year of it. This thing didn't exist a year ago. And now it's like the second most watched golf tournament.
Yeah. I think it's Portnoy.
Out of all of them. Portnoy is
they do
genius.
media content, and all he does is think outside the box and how to do, what can I do that nobody's done that would put us above other people. I mean, he's on Big Noon Kickoff now.
Yeah.
He's not good on it, in my opinion, but he's on it.
But he's everywhere.
And so are all the Barstool guys, Big Cat, all of them.
They're all on there?
All on it. Last
Really?
I saw, Big Cat was in a tub of ice with no shirt on last week. So
Jeez.
Ooh, never mind. Pat McAfee. He'd be fun to watch in the golf.
that is a good take.
That's a great take. I'd love to see him
Pat
in this
McAfee
tournament.
is so entertaining. I mean, I won't watch College Game Day like every week, but I'll go onto ESPN or YouTube just to look up
Just to watch his stuff.
just to watch who does like the kick. You know.
oh,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
kick, bro. I was watching that.
Dude, you gotta
Did you guys see it?
Yeah, you gotta stop with the second try stuff. It's like he's kicking for $1 million.
Dude, if I was a
Everybody
good
gets a second
kicker,
try.
I would totally shank the first one and be like, I suck. And then they're like, give him $1 million. Because the first one's like a couple 100,000.
Yeah.
Shank the first one, blast the second one, double your money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta stop giving him two. It's gotta be a
Dude,
one-hit wonder.
I think the second one this past week was worse than the first kick.
Yeah, it was bad. He shanked it.
I
You
didn't
got
see this week.
Dude, they try to kick it with their toe.
Buddy hooked
That's
it.
that's
Buddy
old school.
duck
That's like
hooked it.
1950s football. Right
Dude, I
there.
know.
If you're watching this and College Game Day, College Game Day's coming your way, and you think you have an opportunity to get on there,
Start practice.
you got to kick with the wide side of your foot. You got to open up that leg. You got to open up that foot and kick with the middle of your foot. Kick with the side of your foot. You can't try to poke it with your toe. You're going to hook that thing. You're going to hurt
Baby
somebody.
hook that thing.
You're going
You gotta do some
to
research.
hit somebody
You're
in
gonna
the
duck hook.
globe. You're going to put somebody, you're going to decapitate somebody.
Dude.
You got to turn your foot and put that thing. Am I clear on that? Are we clear on that?
What do you do if you're just in the stand just screaming, I'm watching College Game Day, and you get a baby fade right to the dome because of the kicker can't kick the football?
You got to be paying attention.
Dude, somebody got smoked.
You got to be paying attention.
You gotta be paying attention at all times.
Gotta be better.
That's true.
Got to keep your head on a
It's
swivel.
like being down at the down the line at a baseball
That's
game.
true.
That is so true.
Some of those stadiums, they don't got, netting only goes so far, and you're not paying attention. You're taking them under the dome.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, you got to. If you're not watching the game, what are you doing? I mean, drinking your beer, getting your whatever. Yeah, that's crazy. You got to keep your head on a swivel. Switching gears. What does it look like to give your heart to God? Complete 180 flip.
Complete
That's what we
180.
do, baby. That's what we do.
Complete 180 flip. But I want to talk about this because, a lot of believers, they make it seem like, once you give your heart to God, it just flips on a dime. And, you just, first I want to talk about what it means to give your heart to God, but then also what it looks like. Is it immediate? Is it, something over time? Is it a one size fits all type of thing? And I think it could be different for everybody. So I want to hear what you guys' opinion on that. What does it look like to give your heart to God?
I mean, it kind of depends on when and like your circumstances. Cause like, obviously, I mean, for me, I've grown up in the church my whole life. My parents have always been Christian. I've known no other way of life. I've always known this is right, this is wrong. So for me, it's a little bit different, but for someone who's like, let's say someone in college, they're living a worldly lifestyle, and then all of a sudden, they start to realize this isn't fulfilling, and, they get drawn into church and they give their life to Christ. It's, I mean, pretty right away, you would probably notice a radical transformation about them, because there are just certain things that you will just notice changes, but it does take a long time for them to fully change and to like grow as a believer. Like a big thing is like a lot of new believers still struggle with like cursing. Like you hear that all the time. Yeah. And they're going to struggle with that for a long time. Things like that.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair. What do you think, B? You got anything to say?
Yeah,
on that?
I have an excerpt here. I was going to go to Romans chapter 10. This is just kind of to start out. Romans chapter 10, 9 through 10. If you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For it's with your heart that you believe you are justified, and it's with your mouth that you profess your faith. So that means that salvation comes through believing in your heart and verbally confessing. It's relational, not just intellectual, and that's kind of the starting point. But then after that is a word called sanctification. Okay. It's the chipping away. Like sometimes there are things that are like, once you give your heart to God, they totally flip. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to go out and party and do all this crazy stuff sometimes, because my heart is just not. It doesn't want to do that anymore. For sure. Like you just give up things. But then there's other things that are like habits sometimes that you just need to chip. It's just a chip away. They call that sanctification.
Yeah. So habits don't always get cut off, but they sometimes do.
Correct.
But they don't always get chopped off as soon as you profess that Jesus is Lord. Correct. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. And it's
100%.
Through kind of like hard work and the conscious effort of, I don't want to do this anymore,
So just kind of walk me through that. So like if I'm a new Christian and I'm like, hey, I love drinking every night. I love ripping 6 beers a night, and I don't know Jesus. And then all of a sudden I give my life to Christ, and I'm like, I don't want to drink anymore. I don't want to do this. I say I don't want to drink anymore. I give my life to Christ. But then I go home the next day and it's 6 o'clock and I want to rip 6 beers again. Does that mean that I'm doing something wrong?
Let me read this. Another verse, transformation is ongoing, similar to what you're talking about. 2 Corinthians 3:18, and we all with unveiled face, beholding the glory of God, are being transformed into the same image from one degree of glory to another. For this comes from the Lord who is the Spirit. So it's that chasing kind of after Jesus. How did you read the Bible, and you kind of get that sense of how did he act? How did he love people? Love is a really important thing. How did he treat his body? If I'm doing drugs, is that something that Jesus was doing? Is that healthy? Is that really going to get me to where I want to be in life? Or is that going to retract from where I want to be in life? That would be just kind of the mindset. Like, yes, you can do whatever you want, right? It's free will. You can do choice. If you want to have a cocktail, have a cocktail.
Yeah. So I guess if that happens and I don't see an immediate change, that doesn't mean I did something wrong.
Absolutely not.
It just, what does that mean? It means that's... Well,
I don't know. You don't know everyone's background. Like, you don't know the trauma that someone went through that is the reason why they keep doing what they're doing. Some people go through some hard times that we would never know of, right? And that's where that habit may have came from, and that's where maybe something that they can't get rid of came from. But it's more of just the conscious mindset effort of waking up every day and say, okay, I'm blessed by the Lord. I'm alive. I'm breathing. How can I chase after him today? Why? Because I love him.
You got anything to say on that, Jones?
Yeah. I mean, kind of going back to what you're saying, like, treat your body like a temple. I mean, 1 Corinthians 6, it's somewhere in there. I think it's the latter half of the chapter. It's talking about, I can do, you say I can do all things, but not all things are good for you. So it's like, yeah, you can, drinking isn't inherently wrong, but I mean, the Bible is very clear on getting drunk. And for some people, drinking might be a conviction. Like,
right.
If you
for this, so for the situation that I'm laying out right now, I'm using drinking, but I'm more talking about just like sin in general, like a personal conviction, like you're talking about. That, like, I'm talking about drinking is my personal conviction in this example. So I get what you're saying, but for this particular example, does that mean I'm doing something wrong if I still have this conviction or this desire to do something that, deep down I know is not the best thing for me? Does that mean I'm doing something wrong?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you have a conviction that you don't want to drink and you go and drink, you are doing something wrong. I mean, that doesn't mean it's the end of the world. I mean, you still have to, get up the next day, and your goal is to fight through that. And what helps a lot is, like, you got to have biblical community to back you up.
Yeah.
People who've gone through the same thing and know how to fight that battle help you walk it so you don't have to walk it alone.
I think that's a great point. I think that's a really good point, Jones.
One other thing on that, in Romans, I think Paul talks about this. He's like, my heart is, it's about the flesh, okay? Because we're always going to do something wrong. It doesn't even matter what I think. We're like, our flesh will want to do wrong things. 100%. So that's where it's like, should I feel bad about myself? Not necessarily. And Paul talks about it in Romans when he's talking to the church, and he goes, my mind is fully chasing after Jesus, but my flesh, I fall short all the time. It's like, I can't help myself. My mind and my heart want to do what Jesus does, but then my body does the opposite.
Yeah,
that makes sense. So from what I'm gathering from what you guys are saying, in order to be saved, I need to give my heart to the Lord and say, Jesus, I love you. I give my life to you. I recognize you as the Lord and Savior of my life. And then after that, it's a conscious effort and pursuit of to follow Jesus and read his word and mimic the things that Jesus did.
Yeah, and it's kind of just a surrender. Like, I already know, like, you just say, hey, I know I struggle in this area and I'm not good, but I'm trying to get better. God, I surrender that to you. I'm going to let you help me deal with that because I can't do it on my own. We already know we're all going to fail. It's already been seen. It's already been proven. So you just surrender that and say, this area I'm convicted in, I will give that to you, Lord, and you help me get through that.
Yeah, and I think it's the continual giving of your sin, of your convictions to Jesus that really test your faith. In the example that we're using, if I give my life to Jesus and then the next day I want to continue sinning or want to continue drinking in the example that we're talking about right now, it doesn't mean that I did something wrong. It means that I just need to give that to Jesus. And then if it happens again the next day, give it to Jesus. And what that means is just sit, either read your Bible or just literally go into your room and talk to Jesus and tell him what you're experiencing, what you're experiencing in your desires, what you're experiencing in your life. Why? Talk to Jesus about why you might be having this desire to drink in this situation. That's what that means to give it to Jesus. Everybody uses that one-liner. Just give it to Jesus. It's interesting to actually break that down. Like, what does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to look a little different for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I like to go on a walk and like just talk out loud. I might sound crazy if someone was walking by, but what do I care what they think? I'm talking to the creator of the universe here.
Yeah.
Right.
And obviously, and I think another thing is with, like, especially if you're a new believer, you might think that like prayer is supposed to be like this magical encounter with God, and really sometimes it's going to feel like you're just shouting into the wind. There's not always going to be, a clear-cut response, and it's certainly hard to, like, you're never going to know, like, it's going to be hard to be like, is this my thought, or is this from God? Like, he's not going to talk to you from a burning bush like Moses. That's just not how he speaks to us anymore.
Yeah, it's more about the pursuit, though, the pursuit of Jesus, the pursuit of living the life
actively. I mean, seek him out.
Right.
Well, I want to add one more thing. Back to your point about like how should I feel? Like if I want to do this, how should I feel? I think Rochelle talks about this. I think it was him, but he was like, if you ever do encounter, you go through a sin, that feeling of I probably shouldn't do that again. I think that's a good start.
Yeah.
Like you have that internal thing of like, I don't want to do that anymore. I probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's your conscience.
Yes, it's probably the Holy Spirit saying you probably shouldn't do that anymore.
Yep. And it talks about, when you, I heard somebody talking about your conscience and what actually feeds that. We as humans, we design our own conscience, and we feed that through what we look at and what we listen to. And so when you have this, when you give your life to Jesus, you're reading your Bible. And so in that, you're looking at those words, and those words are transforming your heart. And so it is transforming your heart and also molding your conscience. And so when you do something that, might be a sin or might be against your personal convictions, that's where that inner word desire comes from of, hey, this probably isn't the best thing for me. But yeah, that's a great.
That's powerful. What you consume, are you consuming people maybe not in your best interest, or are you consuming God's word that is ultimately going to be positive?
Yeah. And in a world that's ultra focused on capturing your attention, in 2025, 2026, make it your goal to shut off your phone, shut off the TV, and just dial in. Even if you don't open your Bible, even if you don't do anything, just sit there and don't be on your devices. It's like everything is so wrapped around trying to get your attention. It's like you gotta just shut that stuff off sometimes.
And it's also a lot about yourself. How do you feel when you're doing this?
Right.
How are you going to react when somebody does this to you? It's like maybe we should think less about us all the time and start thinking about other people. How can I?
You're talking about it if somebody wrongs you?
No, I'm just talking about what the world presents to us. Like when we see on social media, like, oh, it's how you feel. You need to make sure you feel good. You need to make sure you're happy, right? Don't be with that person. You need to make sure you're happy. But sometimes it's just like, maybe we should stop thinking about ourselves so much and start serving other people. Like,
right.
How does my wife feel about it? Maybe not how do I feel about it? How does my friend feel about it? How does my mom, dad, teacher, the people I interact with, how do they feel about situations? How can I better their situation? How can I serve them and love them more, respect them? It's not all about me. That's what I see on here all the time.
Yeah, that's
me.
That's a great point. You got anything on that?
Yeah, I mean, I actually just got done earlier today. We were helping out an older lady at our church who's been serving in kids ministry for, my parents said, the better part of 40 years. And, I think she lives alone. And we just, a couple of us from our young adults youth group, we just went over and we just raked her leaves, helped broke down some sticks, cleaned up her, her lawn and her driveway, and, just helping someone out, giving my time to, someone else, someone who, needs that help and who isn't, physically capable to do all that anymore. I mean, and then, after that, we were talking and she's like, she's got this big heavy table in the garage, and it's like, me and my brother, we're, into the, we lift weights, we know what we're doing. It's like, we'll move it in for you. We're here. Why not? We'll help you out.
You could just be playing video games.
I know.
Instead,
yeah.
Helping other people.
Yeah. And I spent 2 hours raking leaves and moving furniture for her,
Nice.
Felt good about that,
Yeah, so I kind of want to talk about, I know we kind of touched on this, but I want to talk about what does life look like after you give your heart to God. And I had a couple of notes for me personally is when I gave my heart to God, it wasn't immediate because I'm kind of like you, Jonah, where my parents, kind of raised me in the church. I grew up in the church. But then I went away to college, and you can do whatever you want in college. But having the foundation, having a relationship with Jesus going into that helped me prepare for how to handle these situations of peer pressure, of, hey, let's just have fun. Like you're like, that little voice in your ear where it's just like, you can do whatever you want. Yeah. You're in college. You're in another state. Your parents can't do anything about it. So having the relationship with Jesus and having that conscience inside of me, it really did help. And it was being able. So when I had my relationship, when I gave my heart to God, I was able to walk freely, knowing that my identity is in Jesus and not in because I played college baseball. It wasn't results driven based upon how I did. It wasn't academically. It's not based upon how I do in life.
Didn't define you.
It doesn't. What I do does not define me.
Yeah.
My success gauge is more based on how I am with Jesus. I would say that's the biggest difference in having a relationship with Jesus and not having a relationship with Jesus is your gauge of how you're actually doing is based upon how your relationship is with Jesus and not all this other crap.
Yeah, that kind of, like, to piggyback off that, like, you're not seeking validation from the world, you're seeking validation from God. And when you truly, like, accept that, what people think of you matters less and less. And, that's really important. I had some notes here, and I'm kind of the same way. Like, accepting Jesus doesn't mean your life's going to change right away or necessarily, for the better in all aspects. I mean, some parts of being a Christian are significantly harder than just being of the world. John 17, verses 14 through 16 say, I have given them your word, and the world has hated them because they are not of the world, just as I am not of the world. I do not ask that you take them out of the world, but that you keep them from the evil one. They are not of the world, just as I am not of the world. And that's Jesus speaking. And what that's essentially saying is that, before you were a believer, you were of the world. The world loved you for that because you were like them. You indulged in whatever you wanted to. It's all about you. And now that you're a follower of Christ, I mean, you are set free and you're in the world, but you're not of the world, and they will hate you for that. I mean, you can just look at it like Christians are the most persecuted people group anywhere you look. I mean, why is it that we celebrate?
And nobody talks about it.
No one talks about it. We talk millions dying by the millions in Nigeria.
Yep. Nobody says a word about it.
No one says a word. No one cares. No news outlets care. But, everyone talks about anti-Semitism and, anti-Muslim and anti-Hindu. Like, why is it we celebrate all these other, cultures and religions, but ours is the one that's persecuted? No one says anything. It's because that's the way.
Seems like a sign.
Yeah, it seems like a sign. You guys better start paying attention. Yeah. Better open up the eyes.
Yeah, it's true. It's absolutely true.
And I mean, but, to finish off with that, I mean, once you become a Christian, I mean, Romans 8:31 B says, Paul is saying, if God is for us, who can be against us? So, yeah, things are going to be harder, but that the people around you, your true brothers and sisters in Christ truly care about you. And God is, he's for you, so who can be against you? He's the ultimate authority in life. And, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but powers and principalities of darkness.
Absolutely.
So, our battle is not only physical and, worldly, it's also spiritual. And, just because you're a believer now doesn't necessarily mean life's going to get better. So I think that's a big misconception people have. And even some like Christians still have, is that they try and tell people your life is going to be so much better when in reality, there are some parts of it that may be worse.
Yeah. In the fact of people, there are principalities and people who don't want you to experience the truth, who don't want you to experience God, who don't want you to experience peace. There is an energy, there is a devil out there who is actively trying to keep believers and humans from seeing the goodness of God.
Yeah.
So that's
it comes in the form of almost telling you the truth, but not the truth. Like, oh, it's almost there. It's fake. It's false. It's anti.
99% true.
Yeah, it's like it's almost good, but it's not the truth. So that's that's something to watch out for.
That's very good. No, I wanted to kind of bring this verse up. This one is James 2, where it talks about where do works fit into this whole thing as a believer. You know, when I give my heart to God, why do I need to change? Why do I need to change my habits, change my behavior, change the way that I talk? Why is that? Don't lose what you're about to say. I just want to read this because it kind of answers that question. So this is James 2:17. And I sent this to you guys the other day, but it's in the same way, faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead. But some will say, you have faith, I have deeds. Show me your faith without deeds, and I will show you my faith by my deeds. You believe that there is one God. Good. Even the demons believe that and shudder.
Amen.
So there's a lot to unpack there, but I think the first part is very important. Faith by itself, if it's not accompanied by action, is dead. So the point there is you have to show and express your faith by your actions, by what you say, by what you do. You know, actions speak louder than words. It's so cliche, but it's so true. What were you gonna say, B?
I was just gonna say something along the lines of, like, in today's world, you just have to be careful because a lot of clips that you see, it's like, well, sometimes they're like, oh, you can do whatever you want, Jesus will forgive you,
yeah.
right? It's like, that is true that he will forgive you, but it's not necessarily mean that you can do whatever you want, because if you can do whatever you want, then really, where's your heart?
Right. Yeah. Right.
Is it of the world?
Yeah.
Or is it of Jesus?
No, it's a fine line to walk because Jesus will forgive you for your sins for sure if you repent of them.
Correct. What does repent mean?
Repent means to say, Jesus, I sinned and I'm not going to do it again. That's what repentance is.
Yeah, analogy. I'm walking this way but because I want to, right? This is my own way. I'm going to literally turn and go the other direction and walk towards Jesus.
Yeah, that's a good way to explain it. That's a good way to explain it.
Yeah.
No, it's an interesting question because
it's a good question.
That's a good question. No, it's just it's a weird thing to think about because it's like, you know, you see all these people doing all these things to get to heaven. All these other religions are out there to and in order to get into heaven, you have to do these things. You know,
works-based
religion.
Catholicism works.
Christianity is the only religion, maybe not Christianity per se, but non-denominational Christianity is the only relational religion where it's based on faith and it's not works-based.
Yeah.
It's not, because we'll all fall short.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do can save you.
No, yeah.
So you better get that through your mind.
Yeah. Right.
Because no, go ahead.
I was going to say, like, that's a big misconception with a lot of Catholics. I got a lot of Catholic friends, and you know, works are great. I mean, like James says, I'm sure that Catholics use that as like justification for works, you know, like works-based salvation all the time. But I mean, you have to show that you have faith by your works, but the works don't save you. It's the faith.
Right.
And the only reason, I mean, we're saved by grace through faith. Our faith, you know, really doesn't. We're saved by grace. We're not saved by the faith. The faith is just the vessel that God uses to give us grace. Really.
It's good.
Right. So we're saved by
grace.
By grace through faith.
Not for works, but not by works, but for works. So yeah, you're not saved because of what you do, but you have so much. You're filled with Jesus that you just want to go out and help everyone and love on people.
So it's out of overflow that you perform works.
Absolutely. Because why? Because that's what he did. And you just see it, and you're just like, oh my gosh.
He being Jesus.
He being Jesus, correct.
Capital H, he.
That's right. I got another question for you, just to kind of pivot to our next topic. Is marriage necessary?
I mean, as a single 20-year-old man, I would say absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
The very first command in
Genesis 2:24, I think.
Genesis, let's see.
Yep.
Mine said, I have 128.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Where he says, "Be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth and subdue it."
Mm.
That's the very first command gives out before any of the 10 commandments or Noah build the ark. He says, "Be fruitful and multiply," and the only way that you should be fruitful and multiply is through marriage, because marriage is a perfect mirror and image of Christ and the church. Christ is our bridegroom, and we, the church, are his bride.
Very important.
That's a very great picture and great verse that you just brought up, Jones. I mean, we can pretty much be done with the conversation after that.
Wrap it up.
There's a lot of theology that goes into marriage, and and then like the image or like the reflection of Christ in the church. I mean, we could sit here and talk about it for another hour and a half.
Mm-hmm. So,
what's your stance
on marriage?
Yeah.
Well, the question...
Wait. As the only one that's married in the group, what's your stance?
Is marriage necessary? From a biblical standpoint, absolutely. The Bible always talks about becoming one flesh, and you do that through marriage. And so the reason I say it's necessary is because when you go into covenant with somebody, you're actually showing them that you value them more by not doing the sex before marriage thing. You're showing your wife that you value her more by not doing any of that. And I think that's just such a special way to show them their value. Now, when you talk about marriage is just the legal thing. It's just the legal. You go to the courthouse, and it doesn't actually have to be a big
wedding,
wedding ceremony party thing.
It's like a government.
That's kind of
tax purposes.
But to answer the question, yes, marriage is absolutely necessary, and it's the best thing for men and women. When you get married, the statistics are very clear. When you get married and you have a bank account, one joint bank account, the statistics of having a successful and having building your bank accounts together, the numbers are very clear. When you have one covenant, when you guys become one flesh and truly combine, nobody can stop you.
Unstoppable force.
It's an unstoppable force. But from the marriage standpoint, it's one of those things where you can just, what am I trying to say here? It can just be a courthouse thing. But when you look into it, a lot of people, you're showing the value of getting married as opposed to just being with that person forever. And for you to give your partner, your wife in this situation, because we're all men, when you do decide to get married, you are giving her a peace because she knows you ain't leaving. And so when something like that happens and somebody's just dating this girl, like, I can't imagine the amount of fear, the amount of anxiety that both of them might feel. It's like anybody can leave at any time.
Yeah.
But when there's a marriage, it's a covenant. Both of you have made a covenant to each other that you're going to work on this no matter how bad it gets. And for me, it's absolutely necessary. Sorry, that was kind of a long-winded answer, but
now I can do a follow-up question here.
Okay.
Does that mean that it's always going to be easy because it's an unstoppable force? Or it's
No.
always going to, you know?
No, I can promise you that it's not going to be easy.
But I think
because
that's the beauty in it.
That's the beauty in it. You get to, so a lot of people, and I am one of these people that, you know, wanted to overanalyze it and be ready for marriage and be ready.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to have a set amount of money in my bank account. I wanted to, you know, have a house and do all of this. But at the end of the day, it's like, if I have all of that, if I am developed into my own person, and my wife is developed into her own person, and she has her own house and she has her own money, it makes it that much harder to come together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
If she has her own thing and I have my own thing, and
You're
you know,
not
we
one.
continue
The
to
unity.
wait, it becomes that much harder to combine as the longer that we wait, because we each have our own things.
I think that's what a lot of people miss these days.
Absolutely.
Like,
but if
people
you
wait to get married,
That's so
way too
true.
long.
Absolutely. But if you know that this person is for you and you're meant to be together, if I could give any advice, it would just be to get married and figure the thing out together.
Yes.
That's
because
that's the beauty of it.
because it's like
you're a team. You figure it out together.
you figure it out together, and the longer you're together, it's like you grow together. You grow together.
It's like years of experience in a job.
Right.
The quicker you do it, the easier it may be when you have a bigger decision.
Right.
Because you have experience.
Right.
Now, if it's a huge decision early on, it could be harder than later on. That's interesting. That's an interesting way to put it.
Yeah, no. So, I mean, if I could give any sort of advice, it would be to get married quick, and just figure the thing out. It's like, it's so much better when you're working as a team to figure out problems, as opposed to two individuals who have their own decisions and then they leave at the end of the night, or you know what I mean? It's like, you know, you got your friend group and you got your friend group and everybody's whispering in your ear, and it's like, no, when you're together, you guys are together at the end of the night, and you're having these hard conversations together. Like, you guys, there's nobody in between you.
Yeah.
So I guess to answer your initial question, you know, when you get married, it's like, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. It's tough, but it's easier than the alternative,
Which is
relationship.
individual people trying to do it.
Yes. Individual people trying to do the marriage thing without
Yeah.
being married,
Without the covenant.
without the covenant,
yeah.
without the legal
bank
Yes.
account split.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not sunshine and rainbows, but it's absolutely necessary because of the covenant aspect of it and the accountability aspect of it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So for you guys not being married, what's your take on it? Is it necessary? Jonah, you kind of answered it. B, what do you think? Is it necessary?
From a Christian biblical standpoint, yes, because I'm a Christian. I think it's absolutely necessary. Genesis 2:24. That is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife, and they become one flesh. Marriage is presented as a fundamental union. He talked about the bride is the church of Jesus. It's a representation of how we should live our life, and I think it's that way for a reason. Because going at life alone probably is not the best way to do it. And that's what it says in the text. So
That's very good. So I had another question. And this is kind of a deeper topic here, but is same-sex marriage compatible with biblical marriage?
Not even close. Not big, zero.
So in all jokes aside, where does it say that?
I mean, any quote from Paul will do.
Genesis 2:24, it doesn't say that it shouldn't be done, but it specifically says what it is. So if it isn't the definition, then what does that mean?
I mean,
It can't
Sodom
be
and
it.
Gomorrah were, if you know the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, I don't remember who it was. I want to say Lot had to leave.
Yes, it
It
was.
was Lot. He had to leave because they wanted the people of Sodom and Gomorrah were outside his door yelling, "Give us your sons so that we may engage in, pagan revelry," which is essentially, it's just homosexuality. And then Lot, out of cowardice, gave them his daughters, which is, I mean, just as bad, if not worse. And that city burned to the ground. I mean, probably for a plethora of sins, but I mean, homosexuality being the chief one among them. I mean, it was listed.
No, I mean, as far as homosexuality goes, I mean, that's the only sin that Jesus destroyed a city for. Because you said it burned up in fire. I'm pretty sure Jesus, God put that fire down, correct?
Yeah.
Am I remembering that correctly?
Yeah, no, it didn't. It wasn't just like a like a barn fire that just happened. It was, I mean, it was purposeful. Like he burned it to the ground, and I'm drawing a blank, but I was gonna make another connection here.
Same-sex marriage. You mentioned Romans.
Lost what I was gonna say.
Let's find that verse in Romans that you're talking about.
It's probably in Romans, 1 Corinthians, chapter 6. You could probably look at. Let's look it up.
No, this is very important to get right and to discuss because it's a hot topic nowadays.
1 Corinthians 6. Let me see.
It's this one back here. You're trying to pivot it up?
Yeah. 1 Corinthians 6, verse 9.
Yeah, you just got to crank that
Or
thing.
do you not know that the unrighteous will not inherit the kingdom of God? Do not be deceived. Neither the sexually immoral, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor men who practice homosexuality, nor thieves, nor the greedy, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor swindlers will inherit the kingdom of God. I mean, homosexuality is clearly laid out in there, and I believe 1 Timothy 2 or 1:10. Let me see. Yeah, we'll start in 9, and we'll start in 8. Now we know that the law is good if one uses it lawfully, understanding this, that the law is not laid down for the just, but for the lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly and sinners, for the unholy and profane, for those who strike their fathers and mothers, for murderers, for the sexually immoral, men who practice homosexuality, enslavers, liars, and so on.
Okay. So, marriage is a biblical thing.
Correct.
Homosexuality is not. So, if two men or two women get married, is that a sin?
Yes.
You say the same?
Say it again. Ask the question again.
So marriage is a biblical thing. Homosexuality is not, as clearly laid out by Jonah. If two men who are homosexuals and two women who are homosexuals get married, is that a sin?
I would think so. Yeah. Basically, it would just be like a fleshly desire.
Yeah.
Which just means that you're going away from Jesus, which would be a sin.
Right. So I guess my point is the marriage aspect of it does not justify the homosexual part of it. The sin is still there. The marriage doesn't make it pure. Yes. Someone getting a gay couple getting married doesn't make it pure because they get married.
Yes.
So I wanted to make that a clear distinction because some Christian believers do think it's okay.
Yeah, a lot of Catholicism is starting to fall that way. United Methodists, they're one of the mainline Protestant denominations, and you see it. I mean, I just had a discussion with a coworker the other day, and she said her United Methodist Church marched in the Pride Parade, and I'm thinking to myself, do you even really go to a real church? If that's what you guys celebrate and practice, and the same could be said for polygamy. Marriage is supposed to be between one man and one woman, not one man and multiple women.
Right.
I mean, and just because God allows homosexuality and marriage of multiple women doesn't make it good. I mean, it's not how He intended for marriage to be.
Right. That's a great point that you bring up there.
Well, in like the Old Testament, you see some of that stuff. So that's where some of the arguments come in. They're like, oh, well, so-and-so had 5 wives. But I mean, it couldn't be more clear in the Bible that says marriage is between a male and a female.
Yeah, and I think
one.
The people that try to use biblical context as a way to justify a lot of things in the Bible are descriptive and not prescriptive.
Correct.
So does that make sense?
Like prescribing you like you should do this?
Correct. So in some situations they're talking about someone who has multiple wives. Mm-hmm. That does not make it right.
That doesn't say you should go and have multiple wives.
Correct.
It does not say that.
No, it's just talking about this person had multiple wives. Period. It's just in the Bible.
Yeah.
That's not the prescription to have a healthy marriage.
If you look at it, I mean, it's the downfall of a lot of men.
Correct.
I mean, look at Solomon. He had 300 wives and 700 concubines. He's got 1,000 women, just in his, bedroom waiting for him anytime he wants. And look how he turned out. He turned out, the kingdom was split in two after his reign. Mm-hmm. David had multiple wives and then murdered Uriah and had an affair with Bathsheba, and then had a child the child died because of his sin. Mm-hmm. Let's see, Jacob had 4 wives. He got married to Leah, or I think he had 2 wives and 2 concubines, Leah, Rachel, and then 2 others, and he had 12 children from that. And all those children, fought with each other because they're from different mothers and with the same father, trying to, prove that they're the best or they're the most worthy. And the wives constantly fought with each other. I mean, just because you said it's descriptive, I mean, if you look at more descriptions, it shows that the fruit is not good from that.
Correct.
The wives fought with each other. I would imagine so.
Yeah,
I would imagine so.
Yeah, that checks out. So, I guess if you guys could just really quickly lay this out for me, what does a biblical marriage look like? Just in general terms.
I mean, you got something?
I'm not married, but I can give you what I think.
Yeah, just give me what you think. That's all this is.
Yeah, so I think that it's once you create that union, right? Love, respect, and also like servitude. Like I think a really good way to go about it. Again, it's because it's not all about you. A really good way to go about it is if the husband is serving the wife in also leading the household, but the wife is also serving the husband. Like kind of having that mindset of like, what can I do to help you? What can I do to satisfy your needs, right? Because you're the one that I love. Like it's kind of that back and forth. How can we both improve each other so that we can keep going up and keep growing together and keep that union? It's really just the constant growth.
I like what you said about the man leading. I mean, it's biblical anywhere you look in the New Testament, and it is important. I mean, and I believe in 2 Kings chapter 1 or chapter 2, David's on his deathbed talking to Solomon, and he's like, take heart, be a man. Like the phrase be a man is biblical. Like there are certain qualities of being a man that you have to do, and that includes the Bible, a lot of guys, myself included, like to joke about. It's like 1 Timothy 2:12, 1 Peter chapter 3, Colossians chapter 3. It's saying instructions for wives, husbands in Christian households is saying wives submit to your husband. But if you look back to the the image of Christ, wives are supposed to submit to their husbands as the church submits to Christ. But that also, what did Christ do for the church? He laid his life down and died for them. So that's essential. I mean, like you said, you have to both be willing to serve one another.
Yeah.
And I was listening. I don't know if you guys know Dr. Michael Heiser. My dad's a big fan. He sent me a podcast I listened to a little bit earlier today.
Shout out TP.
Yeah, shout out TP. I mean, he's an absolute genius, Michael Heiser. And he's going over Colossians 3, and he's saying, he's talking about wives submitting, and it's willful submission. It's not subjugation. And that's also what the same thing with the husband has to do is, you have to be willing to submit to your wife also, and, sacrifice some of your wants and needs for hers. You put yourself above. And then, of course, you raise, godly children. 1 Timothy, I don't exactly remember where in 1 Timothy, but it talks about raising godly children. It also talks about, I think 1 Timothy 2 or 1 Timothy chapter 3 talks about instructions for leaders in the church, and it's talking about deacons and, you know, like elders, and they should be men above reproach. And it also mentions how their children should be believers as well. They shouldn't be people who have, you know, strayed from the faith. And, you know, that's an important thing, is to have children who, you know, also believe what you believe, and they, you know, they listen to their parents.
And I think a lot of women feel like the Bible might be trying to put them down when they say submit to your husband.
Good point.
But that's not the case.
But that's not the case. It says submit to your husband, but also husbands submit to your wife.
Correct.
It's submission in the way that two pilots work in the cockpit.
Correct.
You know, you have one A and one B.
Yeah.
It's like when one pilot, you know, is if they go down, one B has to step up and take the reins and be able to perform the task in the same or better.
Yeah, Paul kind of talks about that. I mean, a lot of women might get butthurt about, you know, the fact that Paul says, you know, man was not made for woman. Woman was made for man. And, you know, while that is true, man came first and woman means from man. That doesn't mean you're worth any less. It just, I mean,
you're just different, and that's a good thing.
Yes, difference. It's okay to be different.
It's okay to be different. That's such a great point that you bring up, because the difference is not a bad thing. Charlie Kirk talks a lot about that.
It's a lot about like feminism is trying to turn women into men, and that's, ladies, if you're watching it all, not attractive. Don't be like that. Just be a woman.
Be a woman. Be pretty.
Yes.
Take care of the house. Raise the kids. Like those are big responsibilities. It's a full-time job to raise kids.
If you talk to any woman who does those things, like they tell you, like they couldn't have found more joy in their life.
They're fulfilled.
That. Yes, I mean they're naturally nurturers and, you know, keepers of the home. I mean, it's been said that like women are, you know, the kind of the foundation of the culture, because, you know, they foster the home and the home fosters the culture.
Yeah, I think you guys talked about the word submit. Like when people hear that today, they go, "That's a very negative term. I don't want to submit to my. I want to say what I like." Right. I don't think that word necessarily means, oh, well, the other person in the relationship literally makes every decision. I think it's more of kind of, you kind of talked about the gender roles a little bit, but it's you guys make the decision and the guy leads, and then that's the, you know, maybe that's the final decision. But it's not just, oh, everything that he says I have to necessarily do. Like, you know, it's kind of, it's a union.
It's a two-way street.
Two-way street.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing that I pray for in my marriage, is that God would show me how to lead my family, and that God would show Gina how to help me lead.
Yeah, that's something I often ask about. I mean, I don't have any prospects on the horizon per se, but I mean, as young as I can remember, like the biggest goals in my life have been, like, number one is just to get married and have a family. Like that's something I know that's going to bring me the most fulfillment in my life. I mean, you've been around. You've been around on Sundays. Like there's, you know, 20 kids running around. There's
unlimited.
Yeah,
there's so many.
There's 40 of us eating dinner every single week, and it's like I want to continue that. Like I don't get fulfillment from my job or, you know, from worldly things. I get fulfillment from people, you know, from being in godly company like that.
Little Jonas running around.
Not so little. They're probably gonna be tall.
We're all freaks.
No, I know that's the tough thing about our position is you've got to find a woman that is willing to submit. Yeah. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing for her, and that's a good thing for you. That's a good thing for your kids. Which the kids are the most important thing, not the most important thing. They're very important for raising up the next generation, but you know, when you get married, it's a completely different priority system. It goes God, it goes your spouse, and then your kids, which is a really hard thing to remember because
and then you at the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. Me at the bottom.
Laundry, XYZ, then you probably.
Yes.
Mow the lawn.
Yeah,
mow the lawn, get the binky.
Get the binky.
Go get some milk.
Yeah, go get the milk, dude.
Yeah, all that stuff is,
Don't leave.
and then I'm down
Come
here.
back.
Yeah.
Come back with it. Don't just leave. Don't just leave.
You guys got anything else to add on this? I thought we've had a great conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I would concur.
Good. Well, thanks again, everybody, for tuning in to the Just Because podcast. We got Jonah on here, spitting some absolute fire, ripping out Bible verses left
Let's
and
go.
right. You got to love that. If you like having Jonah on the pod, leave a comment, like it, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. Thank you very much.
Peace.